Hey guys, this is Clay from Deep South Bushcraft and Self-Reliance. There was a discussion yesterday on a forum on Facebook about you gotta spend 30 days in the woods, what one item would you take? And that was everything from, my bug out bag to, which kind of, defeats the question. But everything from knife, ferro rod, all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd shoot a video or two about this. Obviously a lot of people picked the knife. I'm assuming something like this one, full tang, high carbon steel kind of stuff. I picked my small Forest X. I live in Mississippi. It's kind of cold. It's hanging right around 60 degrees today, and it's the warmest part of the day. Kind of getting a late start. But during this video, I'm gonna try to affect all the survival. All right, guys. So, like I said, it's December, or I'm sorry, it'll be January after a while, midnight. But it's wintertime, it's cold, so I have two thoughts: shelter and fire. So I've walked down here into my land a little bit, and I've actually found quite a few resources to use. First, obviously, there's a nice little stream or creek going down through here. Not the cleanest water, but probably safe to drink. But I found several fire resources, and I'm gonna show you guys that real quick. First one, right there that my axe is in, that is a lightered stump, and I've already chopped into it a little bit so you guys can see the color. You see that dark orange, and it's got a turpentine smell. If you've got some of this stuff in a ferro rod or a lighter, man, you got fire. This stuff's great. And also, back out here, I'm gonna move the camera. See that tall tree in between those two closer trees? That's a tulip poplar. And then over here, there's another large tulip poplar. See how straight it is, no limbs? That is a tulip poplar. If we can find a limb that's fallen, it'll be great for a bow drill. So I'm gonna take some of this lighter real quick, and then we'll see if we can find some tulip poplar branches. The only problem with lighter is, there's a old saying in the South. Alright guys, back out here on an old four-wheeler trail that I use. I found some more tulip poplar branches. And this is the branch that I'm going to try to make our bow drill set with. It is a little damp, as you can probably see. But the first thing I'm going to do is take the bark off this and have a look at the wood. So, oh yeah, that's damp. See how it comes off in those strips? Nice big long strips like that. I guess I'll cut that out. A little bit above it there. It's not exactly even around there, Clay. Now, we're going to split this. I don't really see any cracks. It's kind of cold. Means the wood's damp on the inside there. Alright, so we've got our two halves. That side looks a little more flat. I think I'm going to try to use this for our spindle. And this for our fireboard, so we'll just try to. And this is, oh, I never went over the reasons, did I, of why I picked this instead of a knife. Well, with a knife, for shelter building, you know, you can baton it through stuff, but it's really not meant for that. You can do it, but I can do carving and stuff. This, you know, see those curls? I can do carving with this just like I can my knife. And this, you know, has a little more heft to it. And it's a hammer. You know, so to me, it's a little more versatile. Anyway, get this carved out a little bit flatter. Kind of flatten the bottom here. Don't want to go too deep. One thing you can do is you can kind of check the wood all the way down. I just made those checks, and then you can kind of go down, take those checks out. Not right there. Trying to put that on the ground any more than I have to. Alright guys, I worked on our fireboard just a little bit there. This is not going to be a pretty bow drill set by any means, but that's alright. It's going to be a bow drill set, we hope. Put that right there. Checked off for me. Did that. Alright, I'm going to work on this a little bit, guys, just rounding it around, and I'll get back with you guys when I get a little further along. Alright guys, I'm back. We've got our crappy looking fireboard here with a small divot right there. We've got our slightly crooked spindle. And I've got a bad feeling that I'm going to have to straighten that out before this will work. But we're going to see if we can get a run in anyway. One thing I didn't think about was a bearing block. So, I've got our big piece of lighter we busted off here, and we talked about how hard and dense this was. It's got some resins in it. So I'm just going to take our axe and start carving a little divot there at the corner of our axe. I'm going to try to use this for our bearing block. So we'll see. Now I did steal some bank line off our axe. Everything out here is dead and brittle. So natural cordage, I know there's some really awesome bush guy or Dave Canterbury or somebody out there going, oh, you could just use this. Well, I didn't find anything that I felt comfortable with. So I'm gonna use the bank line I had on my axe. That's cheating. Well, I've also got our tulip poplar bark partially shredded and hung up back here in a tree trying to dry it out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that dry before dark. It's still so damp and humid. But I'm going to find us a bow and we're going to give this a shot. See if we can at least get some smoke going. So, be back with you guys.